Nobody is going to understand your journey, and that's exactly why most people quit. Welcome back to the channel, boys. Before I dive deep into this topic, I want to give you guys an explanation on why I haven't been recording the last couple days. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, aside from work, I was prepping for my son's birthday. His birthday was on Friday. Thursday, I had a lot of things to do after work, just prepping for Friday. Friday, I spent the whole day with my son. Saturday was day 2 of his little birthday celebration. We spent the whole day at the water park. And yeah, I mean, it mainly took majority of my time, which I'm fine with that. I know I made a commitment to post daily, consecutively, and not miss. But my son comes before anything, and his birthday is only once a year. That's mainly the reason why I didn't post these last couple days. I had my son's birthday coming up. We had a blast this weekend. If you guys don't know by now, I work overnight. So Thursday morning coming out of work, I had to go get all the stuff, prep so my girlfriend could do everything overnight. Friday morning, it was his birthday, so I had to stay up all the way to I got out of work at around 7 a.m. I was up all the way until 12 a.m. I took a small nap. I didn't even want to sleep. It's his birthday. I don't really want to sleep. But I took a nap, woke up, ended up celebrating, took him out. We ended up celebrating, got his little cake and everything. And then Saturday, we were out the house very early. We spent the whole day at the water park. That shit was crazy. But I didn't take my camera because I didn't want to risk my camera getting wet. That was the main reason why I have been absent from posting content. When it comes to trading, I did take 2 more trades on Thursday. Both ended up being losers. I am down $300 for the week on the eval. Still keeping some profits from Monday. Thursday, I missed the setup, and I'm okay with it. I don't want to say I had the wrong bias. I just really got in a little bit too early. And that was pretty much it for trading. I will resume trading back again tomorrow. But I want to take it back to the main topic of this video. The price of greatness is walking alone. What do I mean by this? It might be very straight to the point, but some people don't really understand what it takes in order for you to become one of the greatest. It's so lonely, right? For example, let's say a high-level athlete winning multiple titles, whatever the case might be, whatever sport. I just want to be very general and have people understand this topic. A professional athlete winning at a high level multiple times, back-to-back years, does not have anyone that will be able to understand him or relate to him, because he has reached a level of greatness where no one around him can comprehend the delusion, the discipline, the consistency that it takes to be at that level. Relating this to myself, I'm not a professional athlete. I wish I was, right? But ever since I started my journey, it has been one of the biggest things I've struggled with, and I've noticed that God has really tested me with, was understanding how to walk alone. I used to be a person that depended on a lot of people. God did not put my vision into the souls of the people I depended on, right? I had to understand how to walk alone. When I first started my trading journey, I wanted validation from the world. I wanted people to tell me it was the right thing to do. But if I'm being honest, just like that professional athlete, nobody understands what I'm chasing. Nobody understands the delusion, the discipline, the consistency that I have for trading. You gotta understand that trading will really break the bad habits that have been holding you back all of your life. Anything you're chasing in life, it might be something completely different in trading, but in my case, this is my story. Walking alone, isolation, is really part of the process. In order for me to become who I am meant to be, I really cannot go to anyone, not even you watching these videos. You do not understand what I'm going through. You do not understand my journey, because at the level that I'm in, God gave me a glimpse of what I can do with trading. Then he took it all away because I was not ready. Now I am being built back up from the bottom. I'm setting the foundation for what's to come. I understand that solitude is the biggest key in order for me to develop myself. Not so long ago, I want to say around 3 weeks to a month, I started to go play basketball with my friends, started to do things that I used to do back then in order to feel normal per se, right? And I caught myself again not fitting in with my old friends, not fitting in with the people I used to hang out with, because my path is very different. Solitude is the only way I am going to become successful. In order for me to grow, I need to be able to walk alone. I don't need to carry unnecessary weight. I'm not saying that, oh, my friends don't matter to me or anything like that. Not really, but it's not in my best interest to hang on to old relationships that do not benefit me or align me with my purpose. In order for you to become successful, you need to make space for the blessings that are coming. You need to remove a lot of bad habits. You need to remove a lot of unnecessary relationships that are taking your time and focus. Going back and playing basketball with my friends not only was a waste of my time, because I don't find no fulfillment in that. Yes, it's something that I used to love, but it's not fulfilling my purpose. And I'm more miserable knowing that I'm wasting valuable time when I could be building myself, because I know nobody is coming to save me. So it really was just me understanding that I do not belong there no more. The people I used to hang around with, they're comfortable doing that every single day of their life. It's pretty much the highlight of their week. It's no longer that for me. I used to be that guy that was always texting people on the group chat, that was always planning these basketball runs and everything. Like, basketball was literally my whole identity. Everything that I thought about was basketball related, right? And I just shifted from that because I know that my purpose is no longer that. And in order for me to become successful in what I'm chasing, I need to isolate myself from that crowd. And being back around that environment not only showed me that I need to stay away, but my friends and everyone around me was just telling me again, like, oh, let's hang up. Let's hang up. The fuck? Let's hang out. Let's go out and eat. Let's go smoke. Going back into what we used to do, right? The comfortable things. And I just really told myself, like, this is not who I am no more. I need to get back on my grind. I need to get back on my shit and lock in for the benefit of what God is putting in my path, you know? The old version of myself would have submitted to those people because I needed validation, because I needed somebody else in order for me to do something. Learning how to walk alone, it's going to open a lot of opportunity for yourself, especially success, right? The price of greatness is walking alone, being in solitude. It's not a punishment. When God isolates you from the crowd, some people might be like, damn, I'm missing out. I'm wasting time. My friends are going out. They're doing this. If your soul does not align with your vision and you want to live for the world, you want to do what others are doing, you don't really want it bad enough. See, my videos are not for everyone. I make specific content for the people who can relate to this, for the people who really want to change their life, for the people who are done making excuses. I'm not here. I really caught myself the other day. It's like, I'm not making content for the old me. I'm making content for who I am now. Before, I used to want validation based upon my actions. Now I just put in the fucking work and I just show up because it's part of my life. I show up every single day. It's not me needing validation, because the validation, I get that from myself. It comes from my work, what I do behind the scenes. I don't need nobody to come around and clap for me. If you cannot master solitude in any aspect of your life, especially in your thoughts, if you cannot be alone in your thoughts and you need some sort of dopamine, you need to scroll on your phone, like your attention span is cooked and you just can't be by yourself and you really depend on your fucking phone, bro, that's another form of self-sabotage, because you are limiting your mind, you are limiting yourself, you cannot trust yourself. And especially when it comes to trading, you are always going against yourself. You're always going against your thoughts. The reason why you overtrade is because you're not comfortable being by yourself in your own fucking mind. It might sound crazy, but once you reach this level, it's like, it makes complete fucking sense. When you're in a trade, you're over here hesitating, you're over here talking yourself out of a trade, you're over here telling yourself, move your stop loss, take profits right here, because, you don't trust yourself. And it comes from not being able to walk alone. Everything relates to each other, bro. See, I am a man of faith. I believe in God. And everything that I've learned these last couple years that I started my journey with God and just reading the Bible and building my relationship with God, pretty much applies to my life and trading. A man that cannot walk alone with himself, cannot trust himself, will never win and will need some form of validation from the world. I don't need no validation from no one. Before, I really needed validation about every single fucking trade that I took. For every single trade that I took, I needed validation. I needed to post my stories. I needed to post my P&L. I needed people to see what I was doing. And as time goes by, and as time has been going by in my trading journey, I realized this is me versus me. We all hear this, me versus me, me versus me. Trading will really bring out the best out of you. But everybody does it so wrong. We're over here seeking validation. When I was demo trading, I was over here talking about me versus me on my Instagram stories, but I was posting the P&L from a demo trade. As you keep getting better, as you keep growing, evolving in your journey, in this case trading, you will really understand the importance of walking alone and not needing no external validation. God damn, the car is hot as fuck. And once you start walking alone, once you understand that the main reason to all of your problems is that you do not trust being by yourself, and that you need per se, when it comes to trading, right, you need a mentor, you need to watch another video, you need another course. Like, once you start realizing that the main problem is that you cannot be by yourself, you start to pivot from fixing yourself internally, and everything else just falls into place. These last couple days, these last trades that I've taken, after me just openly seeing that I just really needed to trust myself, I really needed to build those habits. For those of you who just started watching me, or if this is the first video you've come across, I've been doing this 75-day trading challenge, right? Pretty much I'm just testing myself, pushing myself to the limit. With this challenge, I've started building not only discipline, but the trust in myself. I've been pushing myself with my mile runs, and it has built some sort of subconscious trust, where when I'm faced with the weak version of myself that keeps telling me to quit because it's too hard when it comes to my runs, was the same version of me that was getting in my way when I was trading. When I was second guessing every single entry, when I was second guessing every single setup, when I was second guessing my stop loss, if I was going to hit full TP, like the same version of me that was self-sabotaging my trading was the same version of me that didn't believe in myself when it came to my runs, when it came to me showing up each and every single day, right? But the main message here is solitude is the greatest reward. In order for you to become successful, and the price of greatness is walking alone. Being able to trust yourself when it matters the most, each and every single day. Each and every single day, you have a dialogue with yourself. There comes a time throughout the day where you really depend on yourself, right? Let's say when it comes to going to work, the people that you depend on are not gonna be there and be like, yo, get up, bro, you gotta work, you gotta go to work because you need it. They're not gonna tell you that. That's yourself, right? You know that. There comes a time throughout your day where that little voice, I want to say that little motivational voice or that little disciplined voice, speaks to you throughout your day, where you know you got to get something done. If it's eating, if it's taking a shower, throwing the trash, like that voice comes and goes. But if you start listening to that voice a little bit more often, and you realize that you're lacking trust in your own self, um, I mean, that's your starting point in order for you to start changing everything around you. But with that being said, boys, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. This is day 14. I know I didn't upload these last couple days, but like I mentioned earlier, it was my baby's birthday, and my son is the most precious thing I got on this world. And yeah, man, I mean, I really just had to make my son's birthday very special, and I had to be there, you know? But with that being said, boys, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. This is the end of the video. I'll catch you guys on tomorrow's video. Tomorrow is Monday, so we are back trading. I don't know what's going to happen this week, bro. With Powell speaking on Wednesday, I just want to stay out. But at the same time, I want to see what Monday and Tuesday bring. Even though I don't trade Tuesdays, I'm not going to trade this Tuesday again. Last Tuesday, I missed a massive setup, but like I told you guys, I'm following my rules. Tuesdays with no news usually tend to be some of my worst days. And also Fridays really are just like one of my worst trading days. But we'll see what happens tomorrow, Monday. I'm not trading Wednesday. Thursday. I don't know what's gonna happen this week, bro. We just gotta see what Wednesday brings around. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it for the video. I'll catch you guys in the next one.